How pathetic can some people be?
The airlines are all bankrupt now, all of them. Things are already different. It's already a different experience. I was on a plane 4 days ago, cross-country flight on a major airline. And this is all true. About halfway through the flight, the plane took a nosedive. For about 5 seconds, we were in total free fall. And after that, they tried to sell us pictures of us looking terrified. For $8.95. And I'm telling you, when you see it, you have to have it. But still.
Dumbass of the Day. 93.3 KZOZ.
Right, let the holidays begin. I'm loving this. American Airlines, this is like score one for the working man, you know? I like this. There's a glitch in their system. Apparently, when you're a pilot for American Airlines, you have to put in your request for time off. Since it's such a big operation, you know, if your time has been filled up, if that time off has been filled up with other people, then theoretically you have to ask for another time off at another time of the year. Well, there was a glitch in their system that allowed them to ask for time off between December 17th and December 31st. And it granted them access to that time off. So they were told they could have time off. Well, everybody's asking for that time off.
Oh, so everybody took that off?
So everybody's like saying, well, okay, I want to take off Christmas time. Let me see if I can get Christmas time. And then they figure it out. And then they're like, oh, all right, I got Christmas time. All right, I must be one of the first people in. Everybody did it. The glitch in the system allowed everybody to take the time off. So now the problem is they don't have any buddy to fly those planes in the busiest time of the season.
Because all their pilots have taken it off, huh? So what do you just go back to them and say, well, there's a glitch in the system. Sorry, nobody gets Christmas off.
No, because there's a union.
Oh, the damn union.
Well, you say damn union, but if you're asking for that time off, you say, thank God for the union. The Allied Pilots Association, it negotiates the contracts for the pilots for American Airlines, and they say, hey, listen, you guys told them they can have the time off. They're going to have the time off. So now American Airlines has to try to get the pilots to not take the time off.
Oh, to get them to come back.
So they're like, hey, if you are on vacation and you don't want to be on vacation, we'll give you time and a half. Not just for the Christmas Day flights, but for the flights that you are taking vacation December 17th through December 31st, we will pay you time and a half what we would normally pay you for a regular shift. Now, that's getting some of them to come back, but that's not getting all of them to come back. So some of the ones that weren't granted vacation or did not request vacation at the time are expected to work overtime.
That's what you want. You want a pilot putting in 16 to 20 hours a day.
Yeah,
flying you in your family for the holidays.
See,
that sounds safe.
This is a problem because there are rules that are set forth by the union that says that they are not supposed to fly over a certain amount of hours.
Right.
So it's a very complicated math equation for the executives at American Airlines to try to figure out. Basically, you're saying, okay, how do I take these 12 grains of rice and make it look like this jar is full with this 12 grains of rice?
Chris writes in and he says that they're scrambling to get pilots from other airlines. They're just scrambling to get anybody they can that can fly an airplane to come in and maybe fill some of those seats.
Well, how does that work? If you work for a competitor...
Or you're a freelance, probably pilot. Like I know that I have a friend that's a pilot who's a freelance pilot, and so you can actually you can get picked up from other airlines to work for them as long as you got your hours in and you're certified and things like that. And he'll bounce around.
They're not grabbing the guy that flies the Cessna over the vineyards.
No.
Okay,
He flies. I forget the name of that company that used to operate for Alaska. They'd operate the smaller flights.
Horizon?
Not Horizon, no, that's their company.
SkyWest?
SkyWest, yeah. He was SkyWest, and then he would fly for Alaska, and he'd fly for Southwest, and so all West Coast stuff for the most part.
He's getting notified from American?
So I'm guessing that he's, he might get notified, and other guys like him.
He's on the list?
It's interesting, isn't it? Boy, that's a huge screw-up.
That is huge oversight.
They say computers don't make mistakes. That's what our old boss used to tell us. When we worked at the first radio station that was ran by a computer, he's like, Jeff, computers don't make mistakes. People do.
And I agree with him, to be honest with you. But this is not a glitch in the system means a human error, okay? Because the human has to tell the computer to allow it to do something. And somebody told the computer, oh, yeah, just go ahead and give people the time off during December 17th.
Maybe they got hacked.
Through the 31st.
Maybe somebody hacked it and changed the software.
Okay, the year's almost over. Can we just be done with blaming it on the Russians, okay?
Yeah, it was the Russians. That's who it was.
Sorry,
Hello.
I'm sorry for giving the Russians that much credit.
When I said hacked, I didn't even think about it. But of course, it was the Russians hacking. Oh my God! You know, they're still doing
Name of airline is American. Must hack it.
Wow!
I must break you.
So, how many pilots are we talking about here? Does it say?
I don't know. It's American Airlines.
It's American Airlines.
So
it's a huge company.
Yeah, it's like one of the biggest carriers. They say that I don't think they can wrap their head around the number of pilots that they're talking about. But if you're flying out of Dallas, Boston, Miami, New York City, Philadelphia, Salt Lake City, or Charlotte on an American flight, if it goes through any of those, then you're likely to be subject to delays. If you're flying between
subject to being effed.
December 17th through the 31st. So
happy holidays.
All the main hubs, Utah and
what I don't
East.
get is how they didn't catch this earlier, because when I have friends that work for big companies, and you know they have to ask for their time off almost a year in advance. Like usually, like around in February or March, they have to pick what days they want off throughout the entire year.
Working for a small company?
Yeah, it is. I'm glad I don't have to do that.
I mean, literally, I'm taking Monday off, and I literally forgot about my paperwork, and I turned it in day before yesterday.
Yeah,
I was like, oh yeah, by the way, I'm taking Monday off, and they're like, okay, you got the vacation time, you can take it off, because I don't operate aircraft with lots of people's lives on the line.
Big mistake.
Congratulations to the person that told the computer that it was okay to give the time off between December 17th and December 31st.
Just give it to American Airlines. Come on.
You are Jeff and Jeremy.
Dumbass of the day. It's Jeff and Jeremy in the morning. 93.3 KZOZ. Rocks.
What's the best airport bar that you've ever been to?
The best airport bar would probably be not counting one of those lounges, right?
Yeah, not the frequent flyer lounge, because that's obviously the best.
Because they're free drinks and they just make them and make them.
This is what I hate about the airport bar the most, okay? And that is when the totals, what the totals end up being on for like a beer, because you have to pay like all the port taxes and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So like the totals need to, like you buy a beer and they're like, okay, that'll be $7.67, and you're like, okay, can't be just like $7.50 or $8. You can't round up or down. What's this $7.67, Rain Man? Settle down.
I honestly think it's better to go to, I was flying Alaska and I went into their boardroom. It was $45 to go in, okay? Mm-hmm. But I had 3 hours, and that was 3 hours, all the liquor I could drink. They had chili, and they had soup, and they had bread, and they had chips and salsa and like a bean dip or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
But if I would have went to a restaurant at the airport and I would have ordered anything, and I would have spent over $50, no problem. And then you got a tip. So I'm like, this is money. This is what I'm going to do from now on.
We haven't done it for a couple of years, but every year we fly out of Fresno, and we always show up super early just in case, because there's so much time between here and there, the drive time, that we always show up at the airport super early. And we always eat dinner at the airport because the time of the flight is like 6 o'clock in the evening or something like that. So we eat the dinner and then get on the plane. And it pains me to eat the dinner to the point where I have to get one of those $7.67 beers. Because the sticker shock I get from
it's 20 ounces though instead of 16.
That's true.
So you get 4 more ounces for an extra $3.
But when I look at the meal, and my daughter has barely touched her chicken fingers, and I had like a order of French fries, and my wife got whatever she got, and it's all just fried food that's very easy to make, that if you went to, I don't know, Jack in a Box and got it, it would cost you less than $10.
Got a family of 4 at the airport? I mean, that could be a $100 tab.
You take a look at it, it's like $80. Oh. You're like, God.
Yeah. Welcome to the airport.
Thrillist has, this is not that recent. This is a couple years old, this article. But it is listed some of the best bars in airports across the nation. And
Let's see. There's a good one in Phoenix. I don't remember the name of it. It's a brewery. They have a brewery in Arizona, and
the Phoenix one made the list. Let me see if I can find it here.
It was. I know it was named after a brewery, and it was good. I enjoyed it.
Four Peaks.
Yes. Okay.
Four Peaks.
I've been to that,
and it was in 2015. They were named best brewery in America.
Oh, really? Yeah.
So.
Beer was okay. I mean, and it was big beer. It was 20. It was who knows what. I think the beer was $12, but it was 20 ounces. And then in Seattle, there's
what can we do?
There's a place called Anthony's, which is there's a chain, well, somewhat of a chain.
There's like 5 or 6 restaurants.
They have an Anthony's
at the
airport, and it's nice because you can sit there and you can sit on the backside of the bar and just kind of watch the runway and the planes come in and out. And
but that's food. I mean, the bar part of it.
No, you sit in the bar.
Yeah, but
the bar's good.
No, it's okay. I mean, they do make actually a really good Bloody Mary there.
Yeah.
But I mean, you're going there for the food, right? You're going for the clam chowder or whatever, what have you, if you will.
The $20 fish and chips.
The 20. No, but it's not $20. It's like $22.17.
Yeah, right. Unless you want to get the halibut, then it's $28. Or that was cod. I'm like, what?
$29.14.
But the Bloody Mary is very good there. But those are my two that come to mind.
What will it take to get Firestone to open up a brewery in the new
airport?
San Luis Obispo. Is it still regional airport? Is this still a regional airport?
Oh, it probably is. I haven't been over there yet. I know they have a new concession stand, but I don't think it's anything like restaurant ready. I don't think they're ready for Firestone.
Can
to
they
open
do
up
beers
a
in there?
Bar and grill in there?
Can they just do beers in there? I go back and forth on that because I feel bad for the restaurant. What's it called? The Spirit of San Luis. San Luis.
Yeah, well, I don't know what's going on there.
Because
last time I was in there, it looked like a retirement home. It was like everybody was over 70.
Yeah, I don't know if that's still gonna hang now that the terminal's that much further away from the restaurant. If they're still gonna be able to get, because I would go over there all the time. I'd be like, yeah, I got here 45 minutes early. I'm gonna go get a beer next door. Before I go through security. So I go get a beer next door because there's no beer option in the new terminal. But to have that beer option would be huge.
There's no beer in the new terminal?
I don't know. I have no idea.
I don't know if there is. I saw a little bit of a video when they were doing the grand opening. But
did they show anybody drinking a beer?
I don't know if anybody knows if there's beer available at the new terminal in Slow or not. You can call or text in at 543. If
there is, it would be $9.07.
543-3693.
Worst airport that you've ever been to?
The worst airport would be...
For me, it's Sacramento. Sacramento's airport is...
Oh, that sucks.
It's like...
Yeah, Sacramento's
It's like going to 1978
and
never leaving... Portland. Never leaving 1978.
You ever been to Portland?
Low ceilings. Low ceilings in the Portland airport.
And it's just like hallways. It's just hallways, low ceiling hallways. I feel like I'm going out to portables. Portland's the worst. I think I like Sacramento a little bit better.
That's why it's called Portland, because it's portables.
Yeah, right.
We're asking people online, if you had to spend extra time in any airport, which airport would you choose?
Mary's been to the SeaTac airport. She knows about those Bloody Marys at Anthony's.
And the live music.
Yeah, that is something new they started doing where they have somebody.
It is the weirdest thing, okay? It is the strangest dynamic to me. And obviously, we go to the Seattle airport a lot because our home, our family is there. To be walking through the terminal and seeing a guy sitting there singing his heart out to a crowd that could give a rat's ass if he is there singing it.
Nobody's really paying attention.
You're there to travel. You're not there to take in the entertainment.
But if you got a layover and you grab yourself a coffee or a Bloody Mary or a salad or they got a Wendy's there which is awesome. And you get a Wendy's or Burger King and you sit down and you listen to this guy, sing his heart out.
Yeah, whenever I see airport Wendy's, I'm like, yes, thank God.
I love airport Wendy's too.
But too bad. It's like
because chili always sounds good when you're flying.
Airport Burger King outnumbers airport Wendy's. It's got to be 20-1. Every airport I've ever been in my life
has a Burger King.
For the most part, has a Burger King.
Yeah, they've got the lockdown.
And sometimes you got to just settle. And Burger King in airport is not the same as Burger King on the outside. Okay, on the outside, Burger King on the outside is doable. It's a serviceable dining option. Burger King inside of an airport, not the case. Except for, where were we? I think I was traveling with you. Hit up the Burger King. We were in San Francisco, and they had beer on tap at the Burger King in the airport.
I've not been to the San Francisco airport.
San Francisco.
Yeah, I've not been to the San Francisco airport.
Okay, maybe I was by myself.
Yeah, I think you were by yourself. I think I kind of remember this trip because I remember you telling me about it.
I thought it was just with you.
What, are you going to have a Whopper and a burger and a beer?
I got breakfast in the morning. I just saw the tap there. I didn't end up getting the beer. But I thought later on in the day I could swing by this Burger King because they got the beer option.
Chris is flying up to Seattle today out of Santa Barbara. I think you'll enjoy it, buddy. Go over to Anthony's where the big glass wall is. Get yourself a Bloody Mary and listen to some singer-songwriter blast his
Santa Barbara
heart out.
When they upgrade their airport, they downgraded their airport.
Oh, because we lost the old restaurant and the old building had so much charm to it.
It was not an airport. Like there was nothing that felt like you were going to the airport when you went to the old building.
I'm sure it's if you work at the airport,
it sucked.
It's much better now.
Yeah.
But for everybody else, well, they still have the building. Maybe they'll do something with it. I don't know what they'll do with it, but
they should make it into like a nice big Mexican restaurant.
Like I'm glad they have
do what they did in Santa Maria. Make a big ass Mexican restaurant.
That would be good. And you can go over there and you can have some margaritas and nachos before you get on your plane.
That old airport terminal in Santa Barbara was awesome. Now they have like a real one, and the charm is gone. The Long Beach airport is like a throwback to like the aviation era of the 50s and 60s still today. And it's pretty awesome. And they got a cool little bar that's rooftop. It's got a little deck that you can go outside, watch the planes come in and come out. That's a cool airport, Long Beach Airport. Like if you have an option to go LAX or Long Beach,
go Long Beach.
It's a little bit further drive to go Long Beach, but the parking is more doable. If traffic's not bad on the 405, the Long Beach Airport is...
Traffic's always bad on the 405.
I know, that's the problem.
Jeff and Jeremy in the morning.